This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. October 10th is World Mental Health Day, and this year we are saying thank you to therapists. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories and millions of journeys. Behind each one of them is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take that next step forward. Moments in therapy, like asking the right questions, having a safe place to get emotional or cry, or small wins, they can change lives. This World Mental Health Day, BetterHelp is honoring those connections and the therapists who make them possible while showing how easy it is to get guidance from a licensed therapist online with BetterHelp. I've been doing therapy for over 2 years and I couldn't recommend it enough. It's helped me so much with relationships with my friends, families, even myself. It's helped me understand myself better, and it's just made for such a better life. It really has. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for live sessions based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we are collaborating with those therapists who have helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off of their first month at BetterHelp.com/PFF. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/PFF. Seahawks and the Jaguars. Jags hosting the Seahawks this week. Long trip across the country for Seattle after a big-time Monday Night Football win at home against Kansas City. That's Jacksonville, of course. Where are we starting with this one, Dalton? Seahawks or Jags?
We've got such a great matchup when Seattle has the football. Sam Darnold's still been throwing the ball great. He was fantastic again outside of maybe one throw against Tampa Bay. And I mentioned last week with Sam Darnold how he's the best passer in the league right now, throwing over the middle of the field. Well, he's got a really fun matchup against a Jacksonville team that is the best team in the NFL covering over the middle of the field. You look at what Devin Lloyd and those linebackers have been doing. Obviously, he had the big pick six against Kansas City on Monday night. The safeties have been outstanding. The corners still getting better on the outside. Tyson Campbell, Jordan Lewis has been outstanding in the slot. We see a little bit of Travis Hunter on defense too. He was really good against Kansas City. But this Jacksonville team covering between the numbers, that same area where Sam Darnold's leading the league in passing grade, this Jacksonville team, first in coverage grade, first in EPA per pass allowed, first in interceptions. This is such a great strength-on-strength matchup to see what Clint Kubiak and Sam Darnold can do in the middle of the field where they've been so strong this year, and it's been arguably the best part of their offense. That's where Anthony Campanile has shut down opponents, is over the middle of the field with these safeties, with Jordan Lewis in the slot, with these linebackers playing such outstanding football. So I think you just have such a good battle on the inside there, and if Seattle can make the adjustments to find windows in all of that zone coverage, it's going to be a lot of fun to see if Sam Darnold can do that. And then if the Jaguars really shut it down like they have been throughout the first 5 weeks, then their defense could carry them to another win. It's a great matchup on that side of the ball.
I think a lot of people in the chat are saying this, and I agree with them. Like, this is the game of the week. Like, the Lions play the Chiefs, which I think is okay, understandably so, the primetime game. I think that's the Sunday Night Football game, and it is. But this is the crown jewel of the afternoon games that we have on Sunday, the Seahawks going up against the Jags. You know, we've talked a lot about a lot of the Jags team. You know, you've talked about on the defensive side of the football, and you sort of mentioned it there, their coverage over the middle of the field, how they're pairing things with pass rush and how tight they've been in coverage and how cohesive that they have been. And I'm going to talk about Travis Hunter in a second, but like on the other side of the ball, okay, Trevor Lawrence has been a little bit hot and cold, but man, that offensive line I think is playing a lot better than people thought that it was going to. I think that Liam Cohen really knows how to get the most out of an offensive line. He was able to do that well in Tampa. He's able to do that well here in Jacksonville. Speaking of what he's been able to do there, the run game, I think, was once again, now it wasn't super explosive last week against Kansas City, but it was efficient with Trevor Lawrence and with Travis Etienne. So I just think that those are constants now on this Jaguars team. I specifically want to talk about Travis Hunter and how I believe last week was the closest to Heisman Trophy version of Travis Hunter that we had seen so far in the NFL. I wrote an article about this earlier this week on PFF.com, which you guys can go see over there. Travis Hunter last week against Kansas City, 25 snaps at cornerback, had a 77.3 coverage grade. 39 snaps as a wide receiver, had a 77.4 receiving grade. He had 3 targets for 3 catches, 64 receiving yards, and he had that incredible catch between 2 defenders that was for 44 yards, which was, you know, the one that everybody showed on all the highlights. He was targeted 3 times in the game as well, but he only gave up one catch for 7 yards, and it was simply just an off coverage look where I believe that they were playing quarters on it. He was playing off quarters coverage. He's going up against Xavier Worthy. Worthy is just a quick little comeback route. He gives up the 7-yard catch, but then he tackles him pretty quickly. Every other time that he was on Xavier Worthy in this game, he was the deep threat neutralizer. And I think that he is really coming into his own as a cornerback specifically, because we talked about this with Kansas City. Their offense has to operate with Xavier Worthy being that constant threat no matter what. And the Jags were able to, they didn't put Travis Hunter on shadow coverage, but anytime that Xavier Worthy was lined up on his side of the line of on the field, of the trenches, I should say, he was able to, I mean, that deep pass, that third target of the game to open up the fourth quarter, he is stride for stride with Xavier Worthy the entire way. That is the luxury of this type of athlete that we have with him playing the cornerback position. So I know there's a lot of people out there, especially a lot of people that have him in fantasy football, that are like, hey, just let him be a receiver. We saw what he could do as a receiver last week against Kansas City. Let's just let him be a receiver. They'll start letting him be a full-time wide receiver when he stops being the best vertical threat neutralizer that they have on defense. That is such a weapon for them. And the way that Hunter was able to play to the success level that he was able to have last week against Kansas City, that showed us why he gets drafted number 2 overall. That showed us why you're trading that future first-round pick to go up and get him for the value that he brings you on both sides of the ball. So now I think that we're really starting to cook of Lawrence getting maximum value on both sides of the ball as a corner and as a wide receiver. It was a lot of fun to see last week. I really hope we get Devin Witherspoon back in the lineup, and it looks like we are going to for the Seattle Seahawks, because Witherspoon against Hunter, because Hunter mainly lines up as that slot wide receiver for Jacksonville, he'll see a lot of Devin Witherspoon, and that will just be some incredible athletes going one-on-one on that side of the ball. But man, I cannot wait to see this one. It's going to be so much fun to watch. I can't wait to see how they continue to use Travis Hunter in this game. All of that to say, I am taking the Seattle Seahawks. I'm taking the Seahawks in this game 27-23. It's a coin flip game for me. It really is. And it's kind of one of those games where I'm picking the Seahawks, one, because I think that they're going to bounce back well after a tough loss against the Buccaneers last week. But I also am kind of picking the Seahawks because I want to see it from the Jaguars. I want to see them stack really good wins. And if you can beat Kansas City on primetime and then beat the Seattle Seahawks with no type of drop-off, now I'm really considering you one of the best teams in the AFC and can have confidence for you moving forward. But I have a ton of confidence in the Seahawks as well. I'm a big fan of theirs. I picked them to win the division. I'm still bullish on them. I am going to take them in this game as a bounce-back candidate.
I'm so mad at you right now. Because honestly, I wrote down my score first last night prepping for this, and I picked Seattle to win 24-21. And I'm with you; it's maybe the hardest game of the week to pick. And I took Seattle thinking, oh, Trev's not going to pick them going cross country. The Jags are riding high. Their defense is really good. He's going to go on a Travis Hunter run. I thought for sure you were picking Jacksonville in this game. I thought for sure you were going to do it, and I was like, give me the Seahawks just because it really is a coin flip game, and you had to go and ruin it. And now we agree on something else, and you know what happens when we agree too much. We're going to end up going 5-10 again together this week because of games like this. Right now, I'm so mad that you picked Seattle in this game.
You know what?
I thought I was reversing the trend here and going, okay, fine, I'll take the Seahawks. Oh, don't change it now. You already went on the rant.
No, the game deserves us to be split. So I'll take Jacksonville.
You're gonna flip it now. You're doing the last second flip.
I'll flip it.
I thought for sure I was outsmarting you
flip
here.
Game. So and I think this game is good enough where it deserves us to be on either side of the line. So I will take the Jags. Same score, 27-23.
So now,
I'll take Jacksonville.
just like Travis Hunter, you're playing both sides. That's what you're doing.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Just call a tie. It's going to be a tie, Trev. Now that you've done this, it's going to be a tie. That's what's going to happen here. You've gone full Travis Hunter playing both sides. Look at this.
I'm going to throw that at you one of these weeks. I'll be like, I have this game ending in a tie, 24-24. I'm gonna hit you with that one time just to throw you, but I've got to time it perfectly so that it throws you off.
Oh, it'll be
as much as possible.
It'll be some. Well, I mean, it just has to be some sort of game with nonsense circumstances. Like that Cowboys Packers game was the perfect game to finish in a tie. It really was. Just nobody satisfied with any of it. I mean, all right, you're flipping. You're doing the official flip here. You're going the other way. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I think
fine.
that we should. The game deserves to have a 1-1 split.
It's the hardest game of the week to pick, I think, by far.
It is.
I really do.
It's tough. It is.